Hello and welcome to our year-end wrap-up. If this is your first time here, my name is Mike. If you've been here before, my name is still Mike, but you would have known that already. This year we visited 29 communities across Alberta. For simplicity, we're going to run through them in alphabetical order. Along the way, we drove through everything from the tiniest hamlets to some of the larger small towns that make up this province. So stick around to the end to catch some of the stats from this year's adventures, distances, time on the road, and even a rough look at what it costs to see all these places. Now, since this is a year-end video, I thought I'd try something a little different. Same places, same roads, just told in a slightly lighter way. With that being said, let's get rolling. So gather around, let the map unfold, as this year's small town story gets gently retold. Not driven by distance, nor weather, nor chance, but guided by letters in alphabet dance. We started in Acme, where railways once led, a village from 1910, prairie bred. Then Alberta Beach by Lac St. Anne's Blue, a place that feels quiet until summer breaks through. In Bon Accord, the night steals the scene, with skies so dark they're officially seen. Through Carbon and Castor, then over to Clyde, where grain elevators still stand with pride. At Cooking Lake North and South just the same, water and forest in golden hour frame. Coronation followed with history crowned, a royal old name in the heart of the ground. Past Delburn and Delia, then Edinburgh rolled by, farming towns resting under wide prairie sky. In Elk Point, the river curved quietly through, one of the larger stops we made this year too. Elnora stood steady, a century strong, while Gibbons felt busier as we rolled along. Hardisty and Hilliard's fields stretching wide, with long straight roads and that big sky pride. Through Irricana, shaped long ago by canals that helped farmland grow. Then Josephburg, Kinsella, and Linden appeared, small towns where the land always feels near. In Morin, the main street was tidy and calm, while O'Hatton felt quiet, almost like a song. Provo stood steady near Saskatchewan's edge, a crossroads town keeping its century pledge. Redwater surprised us, oil changing its tail, from farming routes to derricks and trails. Then Chance and Poe, easy towns to miss, but full of that prairie-wide stillness. In Thorhill, the pace slowed down just right, and Torrington closed us out with a sight. Roadside curiosities, quirky and true, a reminder to stop and really look too. And that's the list. 29 communities, a lot of roads between them, and more than a few unexpected stops along the way. Along the highways and byways, we managed to pick up 233 new subscribers this year, bringing our channel total to 502 at the time of this recording. I am truly grateful to everyone who's been here for a while, and to those of you who've joined us this year. I'm just an amateur videographer from a tiny village in central Alberta, and never really expected this to grow the way it has. So thank you so much for sticking around. Some trips were carefully planned, some are quick detours when the light looked right, and some turned into very long days on the road. By the end of the year, we'd covered roughly 1,100 kilometers and spent about 14 hours behind the wheel. Add in editing, research, and prep, about 3 to 4 hours per video, and it comes out to roughly 220 hours total, or about 27 8-hour days over the year. Fuel, snacks, and coffee stops added up to around $575, which honestly feels like a fair price for getting to see this much of Alberta. So if you've enjoyed this little journey, give that like button a tap. It's free and oddly satisfying. If you haven't subscribed yet, just know I share a new small town story every week, weather permitting, of course. Feel free to pass this along to your aunt, your neighbor, or that one friend who still thinks Alberta ends at Calgary. They need this more than they know. And you'll find gradient imaging on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, because apparently I'm not busy enough. But until next week, drive safe, wave at strangers, and take the scenic route.